Namaste. Hello everyone. Welcome to Shal Gulhati, Shiva and Mysticism for another episode of Monday with Mahadev. We now have over 500,000 followers on the Shiva pages on Facebook, and there is a lot of interaction which goes on and which is very enriching for me and I hope for them. One of the things that I encourage the page members or group members is to share their art on Shiva, their sketches, their drawings, their paintings. And we often get very beautiful images and which enrich us. Lately, I got this beautiful image of Shiva sent by a friend, Neena Singh, which I wish to share with you, and then I will talk about this image. She painted a Shiva in watercolors, seated in his cave, looking at the mountains. And what's interesting is that his own shadow below him is like a circle, a chakra. And this reminded me of a very important Shiva Sutra which says, Shuddha Vidyodayat Chakra Ishta Lord Siddhi. While this means that when Shiva finally gets into a mega trance, all his old powers, which have always been, accrue upon him, and he becomes Chakra Ishta, Lord of the ring, Lord of the wheel. And we seem to have this obsession for using a chakra, a circle, when we want to define lordship or sovereignty. We do not wish to say that you see this object and all the four corners are ruled by God or God is omnipresent. We don't show it by four corners, by rectangles or squares. We like to show a circular figure like a ring, because this has no beginning, no end, no corners. And this denotes a sort of universal presence, an omnipresence. And therefore, Chakra Ishta, which means Lord of the Ring, is the title of Shiva as the sovereign ruler of the universe. This word chakra is also found in a very famous Tibetan Tantra called Chakra Sambhara Tantra. And Chakra Sambhara is a very detailed, very ancient Tantra which again deals with the placement of powers and entities in the chakra, in the wheel of the universe. Sambhara can be derived to be Shankara, and the Tibetan yogis, very few of them, very select ones, who practice this, do it in their own different way. They talk about Demchog and they talk about Heruka and things like that. But basically, it is about meditating upon a central deity, a point from where all the universe emanates one by one. Therefore, if that central point is Shiva, Mahadev, and he's meditating in his cave the way our friend has shown the art, and if he has to now make a new creation, he will do the Chakra Samvara Tantra and emanate everything from a central point which is himself. And it's anybody's guess. If Shiva is making a new creation, and he goes over in his mind about all the people he has known, all the landscapes, all the friends, some of the detractors, those that he would want to make first will be obviously those with which he is closely associated, meaning the mountains themselves. And in the people, I have no doubt that the very first person that Shiva would want to see present in front of him, manifest, would be Devi Parvati. and then maybe they can sit for a few thousand years, talk about the last creation, and then say, well, it is time to get our children, Kartik and Ganesh, and then maybe the four of them will talk for a few thousand years and then get along with creating the rest of the universe. And I suppose that this would happen in four ways. Shiva would start creating the people that he's very fond of, Brahmaji, Vishnuji, all the Devatas, the Rishis and the Munis. Parvati would say, well, add my father who was already there, King Hemavat, the Himalayan mountain range, Queen Mena, and so on. And Ganesh and Kartik would also have their lineage, their friends to follow. And Kartik ji is very scientific in temper, and it's no big deal that he is the one who will actually ask to summon all the scientists, all the discoverers, inventors of the Western world, and so on. So you see, this is how the Chakra Samvara Tantra plots people. It emanates people out of the first single Bindu, which is Shiva. And we have the same Bindu on top of the Om, which means the point of transcendence. The Om stands for the three states, waking, dream, and deep sleep. And the bar on top stands for the veil, that Maya which covers our divinity. And finally, when Shiva is in Samadhi, in Dhyana, and when he remembers how he creates that little Bindu, that point on top of the Om is the point of transcendence. And Shiva goes into a Mahasamadhi, goes into a trance, and from that point, he creates the new universe. So I hope that you liked this painting and you liked my idea of associating it with the Shiva Sutra and the creation process. Join me here again next Monday for yet another episode. Om Namah Shivaya.